What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. This is a video that I really wanted to do since it's the new year, and it's gonna be like an advice that you needed to hear but that you probably didn't ask for type of video. um I have a note card right here filled with topics and some questions that y'all asked, so let's get on with it. The first like topic is advice for the new year, and this is probably one of the bigger topics. There's so much that goes into it. It's like, everybody always says new year, new me, like blah 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 blah, or everybody always says like new year, same me, and I think both of those are like bad things to say. Like, think of it as like new year, new room for improvement, or like new year, new growth, new personal growth. You don't have to wait to change your life just because it's January 1st. I think that, like, if you want to change your life, go ahead. I think for a lot of people it helps to start doing things for the new year because it gives them a little bit of motivation. Like, because like, oh, like new year, that means like a change and stuff like that. You don't have to completely change yourself. You can make an effort to stay yourself but grow from within yourself, if that makes sense. I think the new year's more of a time to welcome in personal growth and to welcome in new and better habits than to completely change yourself and who you are. The next topic is dating a friend's ex. The question, like, I don't remember it specifically, but it was like, what if you and your friend's ex, or what if you and your friend and her ex broke up like before summer, but then over the summer you and her ex started talking, and like, you want to talk during school or something like that? If you're the person that asked that, I'm so sorry. And then it was like, do you tell her, or do you just pretend like everything's fine? Like, it was along those lines. I don't really remember word for word. And my answer to that, I'm sorry, but if you date a friend's ex, like, that's messed up. I mean, it depends on the level of friendship. I'm assuming that they're pretty good friends if she's struggling about whether or not to do it. And I think the first sign to not do something is if you're struggling, or like to choose, like, do I tell her, do I not? Because most likely you have a gut instinct that says to not tell her. And put yourself in your friend's position. Like, imagine finding out that someone that you're friends with and that you trust is dating somebody who you had your own history with. Like, I personally think that's so messed up to do. um but I think if if you just really like the person, then you need to decide, like, what's more important, your friendship or the person. And I definitely think you should tell your friend, because if the truth always comes out, it always comes out. Like, they're gonna find out from somebody else or from you, and I'm pretty sure they would rather hear it from you than from anybody else, because that would just create so much unnecessary drama. Okay, so the next topic was like, waiting for somebody. like should you wait for someone? And at first I was like, what do you mean, like, wait? But then I thought of it and I was like, oh, like, so I think it's like, wait for someone to be in a relationship. And honestly, it really depends on the situation. Like, I think if the person is telling you like that they like you, but they just like aren't ready right now, then I think it's okay to wait. But it's never okay to completely stop and put your life on hold just for one person. And people love to make everything like, oh, like, it's not as easy as that, like, or it's not that simple. It is that simple. If they like you, they'll be with you. I personally don't think that you should wait for anybody, because like I said, if they want you, they'll be with you. Like, there's no mixed signals. There's no like, oh, I'm just not ready right now. Like, no, there's nothing. And I understand, people could have something going on, but if it's meant to be, it'll be. You can't try to sit there and wait and force something. If you and that person are meant to be together, then y'all will find a way eventually. But it could just be that right now it's just the wrong time and for them, which means you just have to be like, dang, that sucks, hurt, like be hurt for a minute, but then get back up and move on with your life. Because it's never okay to just put your life on hold and completely stop everything because of one person. Do not wait for somebody if if you can clearly see that they're out messing around with other people. Never close yourself off from new opportunities just because you're waiting for somebody to say that they're ready to be with you. Okay, so someone really literally just said relationships, and I have a lot to say about that. You would think I'd be the relationship expert because I've been in a relationship for over 2 years, but I'm not. I think one of the most important things about relationships is that they're not always perfect, and that it does take a lot of effort. Like, especially if you want it to be a long-term relationship, like that's gonna take effort. And at the end of the day, it's deciding if you want to put in the effort to be with that person, and if that person wants to put in the effort to be with you, because you can't be the only one putting effort all the time. It's not going to be 50-50 all the time. Sometimes you're going to have to do you're going to have to, put 90% of the effort in, and the other person's going to only be able to put 10. But, they need to have your back in that same way. And if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not acting like you're in a relationship with anybody else. You're not out messing with other people, like none of that. You need to establish what y'all's relationship is like. Like, if it's an open relationship, by all means, do your thing. And you decide, do I want to go be messing around with other people, or do I want this one person? And, if you really love that person, then just being with them will be enough. It'll be more than enough. Another thing for relationships is, everybody has their toxic traits. Relationships are supposed to help you become a better person. That person's supposed to encourage you to be the best that you can be, and you're supposed to do that with them. And at the end of the day, think about it like this. Most of you watching this are probably still in high school. Like, we're still young. Relationships don't have to be the center of your world right now because there's so much more out there. Like, someone asked a question, and it was, what interests girls? And I didn't really understand it. I didn't know if they were saying like, what do girls like, or like or specifically saying like, what do girls like in a guy. I'm gonna answer both just in case. I don't know, I guess from my perspective, I'm interested in somebody who can make me laugh, and somebody who could always be there for me when I need them. Like Michael is the first person I will call for anything. Like, I mean, next to like my mom and my grandma, obviously, but like, because I know he's always gonna be there, and it's such a good feeling. So I think girls are like relationship wise, girls are interested in someone that can be there for them, someone that won't be like messing around with other people and making them feel like a clown. Like, nobody likes to feel like a clown. And somebody who can make them laugh. I honestly think at the end of the day, like for me at least, like if you're funny, like funny outweighs looks. Girls are also interested in cute guys though too. So, but like if you're talking about like what are things that girls like, I don't know, makeup, Netflix, TV, clothes, jewelry. If they're a sporty girl, like something sportsy, I don't know. I really didn't know like which type of way that question was. Somebody said balance, and I was like, okay, like there's just so much that I could say about finding balance in your life, and I honestly think I'll make like a whole new video about that when I'm ready. But you need to think about what's important to you, what's gonna help you be the best that you could be, who is gonna help you be the best you could be, who is a positive addition to your life, who's toxic for you. Cut the people and things that are not gonna help you find and reach balance in your life. Like, cut those things out. It's really hard, I know, but like You have to put yourself first sometimes. So somebody said getting like how to get over a how to get over an ex. And honestly, breakups are the hardest things ever to go through. You know, it literally like it takes a physical toll on you. It's all about allowing yourself time. You know, give yourself time to be sad. Give your like it's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset about it. You don't have to put on a happy face for anybody. Like no matter what anybody says, you don't have to pretend to be fine. You just don't. Period. If you don't like, you know, give yourself time to cry and give yourself time to heal, it's all just gonna bottle up, and it's the pain is never gonna truly go away, and most likely it'll be disguised as anger, or you'll go on and break somebody else's heart. You know, once you've given yourself time to cry, you can't cry forever. At some point, you have to get back up, no matter how hard it is. You don't have to go and date somebody right away, because that's not gonna help you get over the person. Because most likely, if you just go and date somebody right away after you get out of a relationship, you're just gonna be thinking about the person, your ex, the whole time. Start putting work into yourself, because I promise you, once you have the love, you can basically transfer eventually the love you had for them to yourself, and it'll make you feel so much more confident. And you know, giving yourself that love and pampering yourself, you know, praying to yourself, you know, if you're religious, like that can give you so much more confidence and so much more self-love that will help you eventually get over somebody. It helps definitely to not be in contact with that person for a while, because if you keep texting somebody every day and you keep texting them seeing how they are, like checking up on them, you're never gonna get over them. So you know, they're not in your life anymore, they're your ex for a reason. Don't be hitting them up every now and then, because that's not healthy. And rely on those around you. You don't talk about your feelings, don't bottle them up. So like there was like a subcategory in it, and it was being ghosted. And all I'm gonna say for that, if you were with somebody who ghosted you, like they're not worth it at all. You could do so much better than them, literally so much better than them, and one day you'll find somebody who won't ghost you, and who will want to be texting you all the time and talking to you all the time and seeing you all the time. A really hard pill to swallow is that nobody owes you anything, like not even an explanation. So being stuck on the question of why they ghosted you isn't going to help you, because most likely they're not going to tell you. They're not, most sometimes they might not even have an explanation for it. This one kind of ties into relationships, but it's an advice on new relationships. And my biggest piece of advice for new relationships would be like, if you want it to be long term, take it slow. Don't rush into things, because when you rush into things, it's like all these like milestones are like in relationships are just being like pounded all together into a short period of time, and by the time, like honestly, I feel like it can feel like the relationship just like is burned out. The next one is like how to like toxic exes, and how like I put the word forget in like quotation marks, because I think you should never forget an ex. Like as much as you want to, like you might be like, I don't remember when we dated, like who is that? Like I don't think you should ever forget an ex, no matter how toxic they were, because a lot of the times forgetting doesn't mean the same thing as forgiving. If you just completely try to forget about somebody, you're never going to truly forget them. Like sorry about it. You're just not. You're just going to pretend that you have, and you're never going to deal with the trauma that that toxic person caused you. I think, you know, every relationship, there's something to learn from it. You know, from a toxic relationship, you learn what a relationship should not be. If you're trying to forget that person, you forget what a relationship, you forget the things that you learned from it, and you forget the growth that came out of it. And as horrible as you may feel, and as much as you may hate that person, just give it time. You know, don't try to forget that they exist. Okay, so the next one is like a relationship where you're going to different high school, and I'm gonna say I did that before and it's really hard, especially being a freshman, like. But at the end of the day, it's all deciding if that person is worth it or not. If you're willing to give in the extra effort and put in that extra work that it takes to make one of those types of relationships succeed. You know, definitely cherish the time you have with each other and make memories whenever you can see each other, like on the weekends. Whenever you have time, make time. Okay, so the last two are like how to focus on yourself and school and to not focus on haters. And all I'm gonna say is, you know, haters are people that are secretly like miserable on their own and people who are probably jealous of you. I've been a hater before. People have hated me before. Like, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. They probably just want a reaction out of you. And putting all your focus and your time and your energy into what people are thinking about you is only going to make you unhappy in the end. What people think about you isn't important. Like, it's what you think about yourself. And I know it's hard because like I still care what people think about me, and it's okay to care a little bit, but you can't let it like take over you and like take complete control of you. Focus on the good people that you have around you and the people that are lifting you up around you. So like your schoolwork, think about it this way, you know, you need to focus on your schoolwork to help you get to, you know, college, or if you're not thinking about that, you know, to help you graduate and stuff. Haters and people that don't like you and people that talk bad about you aren't gonna help you do that. So basically that's the end of this video. I hope it was kind of helpful. I hope, like, I know I kind of like scrambled a little bit, so sorry about that. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and you know, share with somebody who you might think needs to see this. Yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.